Yeah, welcome to the night stream. It's the night shift. I was going to actually do something different after supper. I fell asleep, slept for hours. Indeed, I actually thought when I woke up it was morning. And I go in to wash my hands like I always do. The sink. We got two big windows. And then the curtain, I saw it was black, and I thought, it ain't morning yet. That's how deep sleep I was. Welcome to the night hour. Think I may try a race tonight. We're going to see. So I put in the subject. I'm trying to generate a cash flow because I spent a significant amount of money on that green car. That's just my screen, so when I don't have a camera, you at least see my face. That's a recent picture. It's been in the last couple months. It's not the recentest, but I will get a new one soon. Haven't been to the gym since this crap has started. But I am intending to get back to the gym soon. Love the gym, y'all. I've told y'all my story about the gym. I love it. I wished I had went in the 90s. I actually got, like I told the story a million times, that there was a coach at high school who wanted me to enter, and because of the guy sitting over there with the cow, I told him I wasn't interested, but I wasn't really interested back then. But now, even if I had been, that guy would have been too cheap to pay for it. He wouldn't have paid for something like that. Indeed, I'm telling you, if he was alive right now, he'd be telling. Here's his way be said, "Bullshit! You're gonna go pay for something you can do it home, son." That would have been my daddy. He would have actually said that. He said, "You're gonna go pay somebody for something you can do at home." That's the way he was. If he could do something himself, he did it himself. Like, you remember the old days when you used to install things in cars? If he could do it, he did it. That's what I meant by a lot of times when me and him be out in the van. He'd work with my mama too. But when I got older, he started working with me as well. But that was usually the wiring and stuff. He'd get her to help him with more extravagant things. I'm not able to lift stuff and stuff. She would help him do more extravagant things. And when it came to the wiring and stuff, he'd get me. I'd also help him with the air conditioners. When he repaired them, he used to repair them too, by the way. You remember the window air conditioners? He wouldn't just go buy a new one. He'd try to repair it. And then if he couldn't repair it, he'd buy a new one. Me and him worked on many air conditioners. I've got some sad news tonight if you are a Val Kilmer fan. I woke up to that news, by the way. You know, I was a big fan of the Doors. Is everybody in? Is everybody in? The ceremony. Thank you for visiting. Okay, I'll check you out when I get a chance. I don't go on Discord much. I haven't been on there much. I'll check you out. Thank you for following, and thank you for coming to my room. I got one, I just don't use it. I'm a very bad communicator. I don't communicate too well. I know I sound like it on the stream, but like, I'm bad at it. Like, say somebody sends me a text, I don't always respond. It's not that I'm being rude. I just always had problems with communication. Lack of communication. Lack of communication. But Val Kilmer has passed away. I think he was 65, they said. It's pretty young. I mean, it's old, but it's young. It's sad. I love that Doors movie. Indeed, that Doors movie, but I'm going to tell you another thing that happened. I learned about Jim Morrison semi through the Doors movie, and I found out later on it's a fantasy version of the Doors. But now I can't completely 100% blame the movie. Indeed, I could play you my song right now, where I wrote a line in the song. I got this song called The Streetlights. And it's got a line about the beach and a man in a wheelchair with a whiskey bottle. The man in the wheelchair with the whiskey bottle was Jim Morrison. But at the same time this movie was being made, and this is before it came out, they were still finishing it. I had this crazy dream that I was walking the beach. This is a good tale for the nighttime. This is coast to coast talking. I had this crazy dream that I was on the beach, and those shadows all passing me by. They were people, but I couldn't see no details on them. And I get to the end of the beach, and I see a man in a wheelchair. He turns around and he says something to me, but a big wave crashes. Which probably my sound's going to catch it. My sound filter. You know how waves sound. Whoosh. And I couldn't hear what he said to me. But I look at the face, and it's this guy with a scruffy beard. Well, on MTV, they start reporting on the Doors movie that Oliver Stone is making. And they show one of the scenes in the clip in the report of the beard. And I thought, that's the guy in the beard. I got to know more about this guy. Come on, baby. I knew who he was. I mean, I heard him all my life on KZ106, but now knowing the songs and knowing the band, especially when you're a kid, and you're a kid post him even being alive, it was just light my fire when I'd hear it on the radio. Or some of his other songs. I heard some of his other songs. You don't misunderstand his voice. He's got a unique voice. But I didn't pay no attention to him prior to that dream. So I had to know about this. And when that movie got out on VHS, I rented it. We could still rent back then. I loved that movie the minute I seen it. That was a little too bad for 14-year-old. That's all back to them same ages, by the way. Axel inspired me to want to be the singer. Axel was in that dream too, by the way. But no, I didn't write about Axel's experience. It was just a silly experience. I've never met Guns N' Roses. I've been close to Slash. He was in the parking lot. That's the closest I've ever been to. Steven Adler. We did meet him. You could walk up to him. We met Steven Adler. The closest I've ever had to Guns N' Roses was Slash in the parking lot, in the garage parking lot underneath the venue that didn't have other access to the handicap. I had to go up with the equipment. Steven Adler. I was meeting Axl Rose in the line, this very same dream. It was later. There's like a moments in between it, and I don't even remember all the stuff that went on in between it. But I remember two things out of the dream. Axl Rose, I get up to him, he's got that, there's this interview where he's got this blue, I believe it's a flannel, but it's not like a normal, I think it's either just a blue shirt with some stripes down it, some blue, and it's a lighter and darker blue. He's got a cap on. He had that on in this dream, and I walk up to him. He's starting to sign something for me. He smiles, and he's kind of like he's embarrassed. Excuse me, my pen is running out. Do you have a pen? He grins, and then, whew, dream fades off. There's a funny story about that, by the way, because if you know anything about Axl, he kind of got obsessed with Jim Morrison. Got obsessed with Charlie, too, at that time. Indeed, one time I read in some magazine that he sometimes felt like Morrison had. This was back when he was dealing with his issues. That he's got those under control now. By the way, thank God. But now I didn't know all that. I just read stuff in the news and what MPB reported, and a lot of that stuff ain't always true either. You got to take that into consideration. But there's something about him and Morrison, especially around the time Use Your Illusion. By the time it came out, they started talking about him and Morrison, things with Morrison. I think it was about the 93 era, 92, 93, when they start talking about that. But anyways, later on I had more what I perceived. Now, like I said, this was just a dream on the beach. I actually put that line in my song. But that movie was one of my first intros to the Doors post actually paying attention to it. Because like I said, I didn't pay attention to it. But when he appeared in my dream, I had to know about this man. I ended up becoming a big fan. I bought all their albums, most of them anyway. I got the box set, and they had most of their albums in it. I didn't get some of the. There's some of the things I don't got. I don't get some of the post stuff. But I got all their, they put out a big unique box set with all the albums, and I bought that thing when it come out. Come on, baby. And it even had some of they had went back and put in the stuff they censored out. I actually like having it because it's got the stuff they censored out in it. Like, ain't it, what's that other? Bam, 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 break on through the other side. It has a lyric in there that they faded out. And they unfaded it for the album. They said Val Kilmer could actually sound like Jim Morrison when he sung live. But now it was that movie that was my first intro. Later on, I watched real documentaries on him, especially in the YouTube PS3 era. I watched all kinds of stuff on Jim Morrison, old TV shows, old TV appearances. You can Google that stuff and find it. When I got YouTube on my TV. Let's get the game started, shall we? I've sat and talked for 12 minutes. That's better than 24. I think the other day I talked about 24 minutes before the stream started. I just wanted to give a shout out to Val Kilmer. He also played in another movie that I like. I think it's the one with the Kiss Like the Rose or whatever song that was big. Ain't that also the one that Michelle Pfeiffer played in? Or am I got it wrong? But Val Kilmer played one of the Batmans. I'm going to look up the Batman played by Val Kilmer. Hold on. It's been a long time. I've seen him. I've seen most of the Batmans. I haven't seen some of them, but I've seen most of them. Val Kilmer Batman. Must have died of cancer. Because it come up when I was searching. Oh, he was in Top Gun too. I didn't even remember. Oh yeah, he was. My first intro with him though was the Doors movie. That's when I got. Yeah, Batman Forever. And it had Jim Carrey. Oh yeah, he was the Joker. Boy, it's hard to believe he's gone. He's gone like Morrison. Now. Nicole Kidman and Chris. It was Nicole Kidman. She played the Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy is one of my favorite characters. I believe she was Poison Ivy, wasn't she? Wasn't she Poison? No, I guess she was. It tells who they were. She wasn't Poison Ivy. Drew Barrymore was in it. That's who I was thinking about. And there's a bunch of people in that movie. Jim Carrey was the Riddler. That's it. And Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face. Nicole Kidman, Dr. Chase, Meridian. There we go. Let's get this started, shall we? Yeah, I knew he played one of the Batmans. I know who. I remember who was in with the. Wasn't it Keaton that played with? Let's look at it. I know he came back for one. He was gone for a while, and they brought him back. Michelle. I want to see who she played with. Y'all know I read the other day they really had Medina. They wanted her for that role. If it's true. You never can tell. So I don't believe everything unless I read it on an official site. I'll put Batman. But you know, Batman Returns, it was 92. It was earlier. And boy, it's been so many years. That was the one that Danny DeVito played the creepy little penguin in. Oh, Christopher Walk. Was he in that? Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was Keaton. Keaton was the Batman in that one, I think. Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken. Batman Returns is the one with Pfeiffer in it. She's always my favorite Catwoman out of all of them. Yeah, I was a big fan of the Batman. Big fan of the Batman. 2005, I had a Scarecrow name because I got obsessed with that Scarecrow. In that later Batman at that time. People didn't actually recognize me. Some people started thinking I was creepy because I was coming in with a sign. Someone asked me, "Who's this Scarecrow?" I said, "It's me." I used to go to chat rooms quite a lot, and I had a Scarecrow name. I got obsessed with that Scarecrow. He had very little scenes in that movie. He kind of reminds me of how I would have thought of Boza would if he was an attorney. The attorney Boza would. That guy that played him, if I could have had a picture where the attorney, and I'm not talking about the rock and roll looking wrestler version of Boza Wood. I'm talking about his attorney when he's the attorney. That would have been my picture for him. But I was obsessed with the Scarecrow in that movie. I love the Batman films. Big fan of the Batman. When we was little, we watched the old Batman that my mama watched. Batman with Adam West in it. Batman! Batman! My mama would actually watch it when I was little, and then I got to watching it. I forgot if I swapped or not. I always go into my own server because you get griefed. You get griefed. Now, if there's ever any of the missions I ever decide to take that I need to be into the regular world, I guess I'll have to take. I think there's some you have to actually take. Boy, I hated reading that Mr. Val Kilmer died. He was one of my favorite actors. I didn't do the research on the cancer thing, by the way, so I'm not sure about that. It just popped up when I was searching on his name. It popped up beside it. You know, you can see the terms like what people searching on. I didn't take time to because I got up to get ready to take my last medicines I take at night. And my last diabetes pills, I got several I take. I take them throughout the day. Split them up. I always take one at night, and the other two, one at morning, the other two at morning. Of course, one of them's just a half. The green car I bought, I'll take it for a spin. We're going to ride through Los Centros and Einer, the Val Kilmer. I should have rode in their bat-looking mobile. I just love this green car too much. The NPC's trying to smash it up. There's a hoe.
I don't know why downtown got so hoity-toity.
I decided to aggravate the NPCs with the horn. Watch this thing. Pull out in front of me. And decide I want to do the beat. Race. Or the cab.
Hello. How are you?
Cab. Got choked, sorry. Got a dry throat right now, sucking on cough drop. Luden. I read that the Luden is the speed medalist favorite go-to. You know, the ones that do those really coarse vocals. Ah, hell, you know what? I'm gonna do a race. Let's go to the casino. I'm not sure if it's time or not. We'll find out. If I can, I'll do a quick gamble, and I'm not gonna gamble too much because I don't want to lose too big. Don't want to lose too big. Bam, 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 bam. I passed the driveway, man.
Hey.
Damn, that truck's coming. Almost hit me. Yeah, where I park in the same spot every day. I would have put gambling in the title, but I didn't know if we can do that or not. Because, you know, gambling ain't really legal unless you're in certain states. Gambling is illegal. It's in most states. Unless you're either one of the states that allows it.
What?
I'm going to tell you something about that. I don't approve of it. I would never do it in real life. I wouldn't even hit a casino unless I was going for some entertainment. And there has been times we went to casinos for bands. Skid Row was one of the bands we've seen in the casino. Then we've seen Hinder in the casino one time. But I would never bet. I would never get into that because it's a sick. It can become a sickness. We'll see. I don't know if she can spin or not. She's mad doesn't spin. You can. I didn't remember how many hours it's been. Come on, Lord. Come on, Lord Jesus. I know we're not. It's a spinning wheel. Now, man. Let's get something good. Some money or the car. Money or the car. Now I'll take some chips too. Or maybe even some RP. I don't care for the discount. But she got some new clothes. She changes her clothes often, so she can use some clothes. We'll go over here and gamble a little bit. Now, like I said, I'm going to be very cautious. Because you get these chips here. And if you're lucky, like last night, I got 500 over what I had here. So I walked away with 15. That's not always the case. The only time I've ever been to a casino was for the entertainment. And that's how I would keep it. I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble. But now, Christine, she does whatever it takes to get some cash. She's desperate. And sometimes she loses some and she wins some. Jeff lost big. I banned him at the casinos. When I play as Jeff, because he was a big loser. Christine's got a win-loss record. She wins some, she loses some. Now, if I see it's going to dwindle her money down too much, I'll quit. I'm going to increase it. Because the payout will be good if it loses, but if she don't win, she's going to be $800. But then we'll see if we want to gamble from.
The 6 horse is looking good. And the 4 horse, he's got a lot of dirt back there. He's last. They're halfway home. Second position for the 1. First place for the 1 horse.
Looks like she ain't going to win.
Coming down to the finish.
Yeah, win.
Breaking it up and breaking it in half. Total belter wins it.
Like I said, I'd never be a gambler in real life. She won? I thought she lost. I might should walk away. I'll walk away. My brain, some reason, there thought she lost it. She did gain in a 200 over it, so she gained 200 over over 1,000 chips. She's learned how to be the perfect little swindler. She takes their bonus, she cashes it in, and then hopes she wins some. The other day she walked away with 500 over. Tonight she's just walking over 200. Now, I think I'm going to try a race.
Something else I can do for you? Here.
She traded them in.
Come back soon.
That's deposited in the bank. Put your money in the bank. Oh, she don't have to. Shorty, what you think? Put your money in the bank. Shorty, what you think? Put your money.
Fuck it. Lucky escape.
It's daybreak in Centros. I'm having an eye problem. I got eye fog. It's probably because I was in a deep sleep. Oh, it's these dang glasses. They ain't clean. I forgot to wipe them off. I'll put her in her car. I remember which way she parked. There it is. Her old new lime green car. Let me check. Oh, I didn't. I need to make sure if anybody's chatting. I forgot I need to be monitoring anyway for the sake of it. Looks like several of my friends are on tonight. Several people I follow. I'm usually not on with my followers. People I follow on. Let's I'll be right back. Give me just a second. I'm gonna wipe these glasses off. Probably one of the biggest reasons I'm as small as I am is because of my lack of communication. Because most people I don't have problems with. I mean, I don't go out here looking for problems. Sometimes problems arise, but I don't look for it. Probably one of my biggest reasons why I'm as small as I am is because of lack of communication. I have problems communicating with people. It's not something on purpose. I told y'all I would almost think that we have several autistic people in the family. I think I may be one of them. I've never been diagnosed. And I cannot diagnose because I'm not a doctor. And I don't really see no sense of going to the doctor to try to find out because it is going to be what it is. Because I ain't going to take no medicines or nothing. I don't do that bullshit. I hate the medicines I have to already put in the body. Much less any I don't really need. Because I can control myself. It ain't like I'm out here some uncontrollable beast. Now, my mouth might be uncontrollable. I might say things I probably shouldn't say. It ain't like I'm some uncontrollable beast out here attacking people and destroying things. So there's no reason for me to be on any kind of medications like that. I'm not some uncontrollable beast. The worst I'm going to do is call you a name. Why does anybody need to be put on a medicine for calling people names? That's the worst I'm going to do. The worst I'm going to do to somebody is call them a name. They're determined to hit me today.
Can't wait to show you my fixed gear bike. Hello? Yeah, I heard that.
I heard that. I'll see what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to take a race, but I'm just going to go back home with the car. Because you don't have to have the car to be in a race. See what kind of smoke it makes. Because I'm having the park. Well, it made some good smoke. Dang, these things are determined to hit me. They're determined to make me smash them. Boy, I love that green car. I've been wanting a lime car ever since I got in this game.
Hey, man.
I mean, it wouldn't be probably the car of all cars, but now I do like it. I just didn't want to pay big for one, but I finally paid big. She had a whole lot more cash she'd earned over the past month or two. It paid off, though. She was able to buy this Lime Beauty. I need to come up with a name for her. What do we need to call her? I've got the Hank Williams. And I got the, what was that name for that other car? I've got the, Sarah Lee, and I think I called the, did I not call the Batmobile the Keaton? I don't remember. I heard to name it the Kilmer, and name it Val Kilmer, even though I'd already named it something else. I heard to call it the Val Kilmer. Because I'm telling you, I'm not just being a fair weather fan. I was a fan of his. I like several of his movies. But I'll always remember him as Jim Morrison. Maybe that's what I ought to name it. But no, we're wanting to do a Batman thing. Because it reminds me of something that Bruce Wayne would write. That may be what I called it. I may have called it the Bruce Wayne. That's what I called it. I named this one the Bruce Wayne. I've named this one the... I named this one the Hank Williams. And I've named this one the Sarah Lee. These are my 3 favorite cars. But now I got a 4th car here. I got this one. I'm thinking about repainting this one and calling it the Burt Reynolds. I'm thinking about repainting that one and calling it the Burt Reynolds. Because I've got the Bruce Wayne and the Sarah Lee. They're parked right across from each other. And this one is Christine. This one is Christine. We named her Christine. These others don't have names. These are just cars. These are just cars on the lot. So we need to find a name for the green lime car. Now I want it to be a gal cut name. Now I'm going to tell you, if you want any participation, I know sometimes the streamers like to, and I'm talking to people in the future, even though you may or may not be watching right now, but if you're a future person and I haven't named the car yet, you want to leave me a comment on the video about what we should name Christine's lime car. Now it has to be I want it to be a girl name. We got the he's here. We got the Hank Williams and we got the Bruce Wayne. Then we got the Sarah Lee and the Christine. But if you want to leave a comment in the comment section, or if you're on the live stream, you leave it on the live stream, what we should name the lime car. If I like the name, I'll pick the best ones I like. Now I'm going to see if I can take a race. I thought I'd give a little bit of stream appreciation and stream participation. Let's see. I forgot. Oh, let's see. You can pause and get jobs here. And I'll try to find her a race. I'll try to find a race that's a car because I have trouble controlling these sticks in this game, in this PS5. See if she's got any recently played. I don't want the downhill because it's not. I wonder if it tells what they are. That's a car, but it may be one of those where you have to do all that crazy stuff. That looks like a crazy track. Bump, bump. Bump, 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 bump. This one may be crazy too. Bridge too far. Let's do this one. Down, 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 down. Crazy train. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Can I not play them all? Yeah, I can. So what kind of car you can take? Guess I'll just go with that one. I like that. Look how smoke it makes. Don't make me. I'm getting out of center. Man, I goofed up. Already. Goofed up. Already goofing up, man. Whoa! Talk about a jump, man. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Let's see. Oh! I run right off. That is a jump, man. Woo! She's in the air. I used to have a little car like that when I was a kid similar. It's not completely, but a similar car. Back when we used to play with the little cars. We had all kinds of little cars. We had Matchboxes. We had Hot Wheels. We had these little pack things that were race cars. You know them little race cars? And one time my mama got me a race track. Dumb me tore it up. Dumb me tore it up. And then she got me the little train set too. Hell, we didn't tear that. Had to tear that in. Always tore up everything. I had to experiment and pull it apart. Or what, you name it. I was a dumbass. Oh. I was a dumb butt. I'm trying to control my tongue on this thing. Of course, ass has been wrong. It was my first venture into a cuss word. Ass, hell, shitting down were the first words I allowed in my vocabulary. Then along came some of the naughtier stuff. And then in the 2000s, worser things came. Ah! I'd say the 90s and the 2000s. But the one that I would advise you, especially if you're going to become a Christian, the one I would advise you to never let in your vocabulary is the GD. Because once you get the stuff in your vocabulary, like Jesus tells you, when it gets in your heart, it's in there, and it festers. Because I still to this day struggle with sometimes where I find it slipping out. And I try to set it limited as possible, and I rebuke it like a devil. But do not allow it into you. If you're going to become a Christian, or if you are a Christian, don't let that one get into your language. Don't let that one get into your language. It wasn't that bad. I guess I can like it. Let's see. I don't want no motorcycle. Let's try a car. It's something to do with this stick over here. What kind? Well, I guess we. I'll do it on my own. I kind of like doing it on my own. Guess I'll stick with the same car since I've had some success with it. I have trouble with it every now and then. Oh, this is Hillthaw. Hey, I'm telling you what I'm in for. I think I'll take a pizza job after I do some of the racing. She don't care as long as she earns some cash, man. Boy, she made enough to buy that car there. It took a big chunk out of her bank account. But she did it racing and cabin. Then I eventually figured out how to do the pizzas. I didn't even know where the place was at. And I was walking around one night when I wasn't expecting and I seen it. There I'd been driving around looking for it for ages. I'd even look for it when I was playing Michael when he was doing this kill-a-thon for Halloween that I do every year. I always do a horror kill-a-thon. Or should I say unalive for some sites. Because they don't even like certain words. Where I do a all month long horror movie. I got this character inspired by Michael Myers named Michael. He's not Michael Myers. But he found out that Christine likes Michael. Christine likes Michael movies and Jason movies. So he was wanting to impress her. His name was Michael anyway, so he wanted to be impressing her. Well then, after he goes off to him to impress her, in the JCBW, she starts dating Jason. A guy who's obsessed with Jason movies. And now Michael's mad. He's probably going to be extra ferocious this year. Because he's pissed off. He's pissed off because he did everything to impress. Michael ain't even that pretty. Jason ain't even that pretty. He's kind of deformed. He's kind of an ugly dude. He's a big dude, but he's an ugly dude. Michael, he's all handsome. And he can't understand why Christine chose Jason over him in the storyline. He's mad. He's pissed off. He's angry. He's heartbroken. He's heartbroken because Christine chose the big and ugly Jason over the handsome and pretty him. He's got a movie star face. And Jason's a roughneck. He's a roughneck from the woods. And Mr. Michael can't understand. Jason must be a big sweetheart. He must be a big sweetheart. Because Michael ain't really a sweetheart. Michael's kind of cold. Jason must be a big sweetheart. Because Michael's cold. Because Christine liked him better than me. Of course, now Michael has stalked her, though. Jason kind of just met her. They met one day. Michael is literally obsessed with her. He's on her tail. I even wrote a song about Michael. One of the streams when I was playing Michael, I made him go stalk Christine's house. And I turned that into an actual song in my music. I took that little part I was talking when I was streaming, and I turned it into a song. Woo, yeah. Now Michael, who loves Christine. I turned it into a song on my album. I write about my characters quite a lot, by the way. A lot of my songs is based on my character. I'm in the black. I'm in the black is about Jelf. There's another one about Jelf. Goth Girl, that would be Celeste. Goth Girl is Celeste. That's about Jelf. Yeah, 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 ranked up! Woo! That's about Sharon, which I made the other day. Sharon did a good 7,000 there. I'm going to quit the racist now. I'm going to do a little bit of the pizza tonight. Since we got it in the title, we want to get some pizza. We want to get some pizza because we got it in the title, Holmes. So I'm going to go back to free mode. We'll get her back in her apartment. And I'll take some pizza jobs. Some pizza jobs, SA. But Never Piss Her Off is about Sharon. So I've got a song written about that dream that I had where Jim Morrison appeared, and I knew it was him. I don't have any real written songs about Jason and Christine other than the song I made for JCBW. I made a soundtrack for JCBW, and I didn't put that out. That's not officially released. It's just is. Because I didn't sing them or nothing. I just let the AI sing them. I had to actually make a JCBW album based on JCBW characters. Put out an album, but I actually sang. Think if I might do that. I don't know if I'll use them for their theme, but I might just put it as an album. JCBW the album. Come up with a name for it, of course. We'll come up with some name for it. So like a pay-per-view event, but it'll be an album. And do 10 songs, 9 songs, because I'll keep it under 10. You know the copyrights are so fucking expensive now for over 10 songs. And in the old days, like, there was a time for $5.95, you could have went in there and sent hundreds of songs. However would have fit on a cassette. Probably haven't got 100. You probably got 20. 10 or 20. Call if you need an airplane. Let me go ahead and deposit her money. And then I'm going to head on down to the pizza joint. And then we'll get a pizza. We'll get a pizza job before the night's over. Just think she made 7 at the casino. And she ain't nowhere near. She used to have 100,000. So I spent it all on that car. And that car was like 900. It wasn't like one of the big ones. But I just wanted a lime car so much, and they had the lime locked off. I couldn't just paint one. So I thought, I'll buy her a lime car. Let's get her in a tire that she could go pizza. We're not gonna give her a bath. She didn't have a bath. So we're just gonna change her clothes. I'm gonna put her in something I think she'd wear as a pizza girl. Now Michael, he loves Christine. Put her on her bikini tops. What about bikini tops, Holmes? Take the jacket off. I'm going to take the jacket off. Where's the damn jacket? Oh, okay. Let's get her one of them bikini tops. If it'll let me put it with the black pants, yeah, it will. Let's wear that camo one. Give her some boots or shoes. Let's see what kind of shoes. Take them gloves off. Where's the gloves? I need to give her some earrings in JCBW. Where's the gloves? Oh, there they are. There we go. She's ready to go. Let me change her shorts. I don't like those too well. We'll put her blue jean shorts on. Okay, there we go. Oh, let's put her a little cap on. Pizza this. A pizza this, Holmes. I got it backwards too. Let's put it backwards. We'll give it a pizza this cap on. There we go, S.A. She's an Italiano now. She's got the pizzas up. I don't know if she's got Italian. I don't remember what her parents are, so I can't tell you whether she's got Italiano in her or not. I know Jell's part Italian. He's part Italian, part Jewish. His mother was an Italian lady. His daddy was a Jewish guy. I actually used that in their, when I made them a face in AI, I made them a face and I face swapped it. I actually gave them their heritages. Like I sort of did in GTA for my wrestling characters now. Like I do in GTA. I gave them their heritages, made them a heritage face, and then face swapped it on their face. I even done that for Neptunus. What I did with Neptunus, it was awesome what I did to Neptunus. I told the AI to make me a character generated off the elements of the planet, what it would take for a life to be sustained on the planet Neptune. And it made me several characters, but kept mostly giving me girls. And I thought, I can't have a girl. He needs to be a guy. And I got one guy, and it's a creepy one. If I'd share that image, he's got some creepy thing around his head. I don't know what that thing is around his head. It ain't in the character in the game. It's only on the image. But I told it to make me what the elements based on the elements of Neptune. Because he really is. He's a guy from. His character is a guy from Neptune. I got to get into the WWE 25, and if I'm not on too late tonight, I started a little earlier than normal. If I'm not on too late tonight, I'm gonna turn on after I go off and make Trent. Now I'm not gonna stream it, but what I am gonna do is when I get through with Trent, I'm gonna tape his match and drop it on YouTube. It's just a standalone video. That way there's no big... I chopped that stream down the other night. I spent 99 minutes making Celeste. Almost. And the last 20 minutes gaming. Well, that night I decided this is going to be a boring stream. So I left the original stream up for anybody who wanted to watch it. Wanted to watch me make her. But I cut down the matches and just kept the matches. I think I went too far, didn't I? Yeah, there's the pizza joint back there. Or am I wrong? I'm wrong. That's got messed up. Okay, we'll go back around. Damn. These NPCs are determined. Oh, there it is. I see it. It's just nighttime. Nighttime is the right time, and she's in her lime car homes in Los Central. She's ready to take her pizza job, S.A. I was noticing she's fit. She's got abs and everything. Miss Christine fit. That's for sure. Miss Christine is fit. I tell you, I would be a gym nut if I had the help. If I had the health, Holmes, I would be a gym nut. I love the gym. I love the energy the minute I walk in. But now I do good too. I'm probably going to be back to 10, 15 minutes when I first get back. Because I've been off for a while now. Couldn't be helped. It's just been too bad of a time. Couldn't be helped. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about doing a mini workout tonight where I do the weights before I go to bed. To get back into the swing of things. It's probably going to take me a while, but right before I just bad symptoms started happening, I was doing 45-minute workouts. I think 49 that last one I did. I'd have to get I took my screenshots. I could go scroll back on, that's when I do that, by the way. People thinks, why are you always bragging off your working out? Why are you taking pictures? Why? Because I do it for records. You know, even DDP, he tells you. I mean, and talking about the yoga, that is. He says, take a weekly selfie. So when you reach your goal, you will have a record. He tells you to get one weekly, at least one selfie a week. While you're doing the DDP yoga. That's Mr. DDP. It's me. It's me. It's DDP. I had one conversation with DDP. We met him at one of those cons. I didn't buy nothing from him, by the way. It was so funny. There'd be people standing around. He was having a conversation with me and my mama. I brought up Kidman, and when I brought up Kidman, he got excited. He told me, you do know he's made his way up to big leagues at WWE right now, don't you? I said, yep. I said, I sure do. Me and him started talking WCW and Kidman. And here these people would walk up. He'd say, what you standing around for? Did you buy something or go on? He kept talking to me and my mama. And he gave her his card. You know, she had health problems. She was telling him about her arthritis and all that. He said, you do know we could help you straighten that out. Just here's my card. He gave her one of those DDP cards, telling her about his services he offers. And he was grinning and smiling. But then people come up and he'd run them off. He'd keep talking. And then finally, when I got ready to leave, he'd say, there ain't no freebies around here. Get out of here. He said, I tell you what, I had a good time talking to you today. So anything on my table or Jake's table? I said, I can't give you just anything. He had several other people there. But he said, anything on mine or Jake's table, pick whichever one you want. You can have it. I said, well, I always grew up being a fan of Jake the Snake Roberts. I'll take his picture. He said, Jake the Snake you want? Jake the Snake you got. And he gave it to me. He kept telling all those people, there's no freebies around here. And then when I got ready to leave, he gave me a picture. Somebody must have asked for something. That's the only thing I can think of. Because I didn't pay attention when I was just standing minding my own business, you know. People would walk up to him and talk to him every once. So somebody must have asked for something free. But he told them, he said, there ain't no freebies around here. But then he gave me a picture for free. It's Jake the Snake. I got Jake the Snake. I always like this. I like them fear the snakes. Y'all know me, I don't like snakes. I think snakes are nasty. So, they represent Satan. I actually came in contact with one time though, and I didn't get scared of it. And it just stood there looking. It just looked at me. I looked at it and it looked at me. I thought, well, if I get scared of this thing, he's going to take advantage. So I didn't get scared of him. I about stepped on him. He was laying out where, and I didn't pay no attention. And I put my foot up, and there he was. He was laying there. He raised that head up, and I just looked at him. He looked back at me. Years ago, one summer. I watch now, by the way. Ever since that time, I've always watched. I'm never going to let a sneaky creature take advantage of me again. A Satan. Get behind me, Satan. Here's one up here. We can get to the road to get to it. But I had an obsession with this snake in the bag. I used to like when he bring that snake in the bag to the ring. Yo, when I brought up Kidman, he lit up. He started talking about his WCW years. Me and him was talking WCW. Of course, that's what I'm gonna tell you. That's what I grew up. A lot of kids grew up on WWE. My household was not like that. Now, Daddy did eventually start watching WWE there and then. And then he did one of the most stupidest things ever. Over WWE. They had some kind of dispute where they weren't going to be streaming on something we had on DirecTV. And we had a huge deal with DirecTV, and it was never. If you wanted to add new channels, you'd sometimes have to add new channels. But they had made the deal when we installed it that they would never raise their prices. And they honored that deal. Like they added some kind of fee on it, and it was a few dollars. But even then, it wasn't much more. It was just like a dollar and something more. And our daddy, we went to the doctor, and we come home, and there's a guy from the cable company. He's already took the DirecTV out. He's installing the cable. I mean, we got home, and then he needed in our side, because our side was a different house. We lived next door to Mom and Daddy. And he had the damn cable changed because DirecTV was not going to be showing WWE. My mama cussed him out. She said, "Why did you do this behind our backs?" "Well, I wasn't going to not watch my wrestling," he said. "And I knew you wouldn't do it." He waited till we got gone. He had our DirecTV canceled and everything. And we had a deal. It could not go over $99. Now it did get to $101 with their little fee at it. It was LCC food or something. But it was $99 of the fee. And we had that for many years. It had went up 3 times in that little bit of period. But ours stayed the same because when they sold it to us, they sold it that they would never raise the prices. As long as we didn't bother to count. It was in the contract. It was in the writing. We held on to the contract, by the way. And our daddy wouldn't cancel it, and our cable from that day period was $150 for one house and $160 for the other house.
Yeah, but hey, you'll never guess who I just showed around the house. Shithead.
That's what our cable was. After he did that. And then when we got back on DirecTV, it was like $150. Come on.
We need to meet up for drinks.
And then it became $175 because they raised the prices again right after we got on it. But we had that in contract deal with the contract that our price was set at 99 just as long as we didn't bother it. We could keep, like I couldn't add any new channels to it or nothing. But as long as I kept the deal that we had and the channel packages that we had, whatever package that they offered, we had it set forever. They could not go up on it. And they agreed no matter what the prices changed. It was actually in the contract. No matter what the increases, our price was set. Now they would have probably eventually chunked it down to a junky package, and you wouldn't have got much, but it would have been worth it. I got that Fit Philo now, which is kind of, you don't get everything. You don't get no sports. You don't get no, but you get a bunch of channels. And then you got Pluto, which is in those channels too, by the way. That's what we got now. We got Philo and I tried Sling for a while, but I decided not to keep it because it wasn't worth it. Sling is the cheapest, by the way. It's $45. If I was going to do cable, that's what I'd do. I decided I didn't watch enough of it. I mean, I was watching football games here and there, but I can watch anything that's on the. I've got an antenna, and I can pick up Fox and ABC. So I can watch anything that streams on Fox or ABC for free. I decided it wasn't worth me paying for it. I canceled. And if I was going to do cable, I'd do Sling. Sling's the best prices. Well, we had that in stone. I mean, it was etched in stone. We had the contract. And like I said, DirecTV had already raised the prices since that time, 3 or 4 times. But we were staying the same, with the exception of that, with that LCC fee that they added to it. And we came home from the doctor, and he had the cable. He turned the DirecTV off and everything. Of course, he knew what he was doing. He knew if we got there and we wouldn't have turned it off. He knew that. You know what? We made the mistake. Because it was actually, I'm going to tell you who paid for the installation and everything. Y'all want to know who set it up and who paid it? ME. I paid to install it, which wasn't much. It was just a little fee because they did mostly free installation. I just had to pay for the extra stuff, like they put a splitter on it or something. I had to pay for that. And it was me that set it up, me that installed it, but because my property, our parents' property was in, everything had his name on it at the time. We put it in his name. Mama said, she said, well, I wish I'd had him put it in my name. She said, if I knew you was going to pull that, she said, when he asked me what name we wanted to put it in, he put it in your name because your name was on everything. But she said, if I had knew that you was going to do something this dirty, she said, I would have told him that day when that guy was installing it to put it in my name. Because she said, if it had been in my name, you wouldn't have had no control over it. Because he did. He got in there, he called them up and canceled it out. Behind their backs. But it was me that actually paid for it. It was actually a service that I installed. Because I told my mama, I said, they got a deal right now. So she told, well, we get it installed and I'll cancel. I said, I'll take care of it. So I set it up. I even paid for the extra stuff they had to charge for. I think I even bought the DirecTV. Yes, that's back when you could go buy them. You know, eventually they made them where you had to rent them. If you used to go to Walmart or Kmart or any of the Sears Walmart had a sale on them, $99 a box. So I went and bought 3 of them. One for them, one for me, and one for my sister. Went to Walmart and bought them. You got satellites with them, but they only installed one, of course. They didn't need all the satellites. We just put the others up. We had 2 satellites left. And then he had to buy some things extra. That's what I had to pay for, was the extra things he put on the cable and stuff, the cables and stuff. Because the installation was free. But they had a deal at that time running that it was set in life that you got whatever their main package was. No matter how many price hikes, you had it for $99. So I thought 99 times 3 for the boxes, that's not that bad. That's a one-time fee. So I went and I bought the boxes. I think I put them in layaway. You can still put in layaway back then. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can put in layaway or not. I don't remember. I know I bought my first computer on layaway. That's how I found out about my daddy's craziness about computers. He saw my ticket of the price on it. And he said, I wouldn't have paid that much for a computer. I could have got one real cheap in the 1980s, but I didn't want that thing because I felt it was the mark of the beast, he told me. And he said, that's why I didn't ever buy you those game players either. I see you got one of those too. I said, I didn't buy you those, so I thought they were evil. That's what he told me. I knew I didn't ever have one. I wanted one. I didn't ever ask for one. I probably wouldn't have got it if I'd asked for it. Unless Mama bought it. He's sitting up every night playing them old evil video games. That's how he did. He saw my receipt. And to be all this is years later. It was left in his van. I forgot to get it. You know, they were boxed. They were heavier back in the old days. Now, mine was a student computer, to be all. I didn't have the best computer at all. Couldn't even upgrade that thing. I opened it up, looked, see if you could upgrade. No, there's no room to upgrade anything. It's one of those. It was a starter student computer, the very first computer I ever bought. He got all over me. He said, I could have bought one much cheaper. I put it in layaway and paid it off in 4 months, I think. So I didn't have the money up front to buy it, because I was $300 a month for my checks. And some of that had to go to my living. So whatever was left over was what I had. Whatever went to my living. Because I'm no cheapskate. I bought my food and stuff. Put in there for food. My checks back then were like $333 when I first started. So I had to take whatever money I had left over after my groceries had come out. And that's what I had a month to spend.
Your girl was fucked up last night.
So I wanted a computer. I didn't actually get it out of the box because we was working on the house to move out to the next door because I didn't have room to even hook it up in my room in the house when I lived with my parents. So we had to work all that out. Had to work all that out. And a yellow one. I ain't never seen the yellow one.
I told you we would.
That's pretty. I ought to steal that sucker. I won't though. I get this home, man. I ain't on it. There we go. Now I just gotta see it. There it is. Now computers are cheaper than they've ever been. But now when you get a cheap one, it isn't that good. So you got 2,000. Okay. Is that our first pizza or second? But I had the junkiest computer you could have possibly had for the first computer. It was slow as fuck. The only thing it was really good for is browsing the internet. And sitting in chat rooms, which is what I mostly did anyway. Oh, you could play a few games on it. You couldn't play much. Like I'd bought this Resident Evil. It wouldn't run on it. It'd run for a little bit, then it'd stop. And there was one that's called World War III or something. No, World War II, that was it. I take that back. World War II. It would play. It was about one of the few games I could get to play on it. That's how junky it was. Oh, you can play the card games and the Minesweeper, which come installed with the computer. That was about it. Which I'm gonna tell you, this one ain't the best at playing games. It's got more memory than I've ever had and everything. It was a budgeted in higher grade computer, but it's still budgeted compared to some computers. But now it's high in memory. I went and bought one that was high in memory because of streaming. It's still a budget compared to, like, I don't have the best computer in the world. It's a low end, high end. I went and did research on that, by the way. I watched YouTube videos.
What the hell did you expect?
Googled it. What the best one to buy for your bang for your buck. The less money. And I got one that runs pretty smooth. I have some issues with it. Not much. It's made the difference, at least stream-wise. Because those 3 tablet computers that I used prior to this one, they were tablet computers, but they were $99. They were as cheap as you could go, man. Like one was at $99 RCA. Then I got the Walmart brand. Walmart in 2000, Walmart had put out a brand. I bought that thing.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I think it was a little over, like 110. Then RCA put out they competed with them. They put out a 110. And I bought that one too. Because they didn't last long. Their USB shorted out on them. Wasn't it right there? I thought I seen it. Guess I gotta pull up closer. Yep. Crazy, man. Man, there's this part right there. How many is that so far? 3. She's got 2 more. 2 more pizzas to go. 2 more pizzas to go. They've already got code on them, though. Poor old Christine. She always delivers the pizzas code. It's probably because of stick problem. I'm going to get out Wendy on the PS4. Or Trent. Killer whales! Killer! Oh man, it's going crazy. It's doing it. I'm gonna have to pull her over. It doesn't do that in the PS4. There's a cat around. I don't want to run over it. Where is it? Where's that kitty? There's the kitty. The reason I replaced that last one, that USB shorted out on it. And I had to have every USB. Like say to run them, to run the stream, I had to have all three. So when one of its USBs, it was no longer good to me. Because that's where most of its power went. Because like I said, it was like a tablet, but it was like a computer. It folded down, it had a little keyboard on it. And you folded it out, and it was a tablet computer. It even came with the tableted Windows. But now you could upgrade to the regular Windows 10. So I just upgraded it to the regular. But once you left the tablet mode, you couldn't never go back to it. That's why my streams in the old days were crappier than they are now. Because you didn't have much juice to go with on that time. But now the USB eventually shorted out on it. Once the USB shorted, I looked up doing research about fixing it. It was going to cost me even more to fix that than it was to buy a new computer. So I just bought me a new computer. And when I bought a new computer, I got the best for the bang for my buck. I went and got the best computer at the lowest price. And I got one with a bunch of memory. The bunch of memory made a difference.
God damn, I love your car.
Where the streaming's concerned. Of course, like I said, I did research it. I wanted to make sure I got the best for the less. The best for the less. It's a pretty decent computer. I think they call it a streamer computer. It's not quite big enough for actual full-blown gaming. Now what is this bastard? What is this bitch doing? You leave me alone, you bitch. I'm working. Fuck off.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Fuck off, animal.
No way!
Fuck off, animal.
Damn! What the fuck?
Holy shit!
Get out of here. That's why you got to carry. See, she didn't even have to use it. I didn't want the damn police. Fucking animal. Of course, if you do that in real life,
Hey, I haven't seen you.
you better point it down to the ground. You point it at them, it's considered, they can arrest you on it. Just saying. The legal thing to do is if you ever pull it out, just as the warning, you point it towards the ground. Let me put it away. You don't need it right now. I didn't want the damn police called to me, so that's the reason I got it out. I knew it'd run his ass off. Of course, it also depends on what state you're into. That's state by state. They have different carry laws. Different carry laws for different states. You have to know the law. You'll get yourself in trouble.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I'm just curious. Is that bitch still two-timing you with that Filipino hombre?
Okay, hold on. Is that it? No, it ain't. It's around somewhere, though. Damn, it's pulling that stuff. Here, I'm about done. Cherry popper. Oh. Get out of the way, fat ass.
No way. What?
Get out of the way, Will.
What's going on?
She's almost done. Oh, she got 4 of them. She made 83. That's good money, man. She made 83. I'll get her back to her car. Take her home.
Hey, we need to grab a beer together, man.
Sounds good.
My.
Started pulling some crazy shit with a stick. That's the panties. I know where I'm at. I used to use the panties as my landmark for many years in this game. But she lived right there in that apartment for years, so I moved her on up. Well, I'm moving on up to the eclipse in the sky.
There's something deeply
I kept her in that place for years.
Will.
Mainly because I bought her other places. But I could always recognize how to get around. Because I use those panties as my landmark.
You take that back, bitch.
She's got places I forgot about. Like that little dump garage that I first stored the green car in.
I'll see you at the gym. Jesus. Oh, over there.
There we go. Two. I said a boom, boom, boom. I said the big fat whales. I said a boom, boom, boom. I said the big fat whales. I said a boom, boom, boom. 2 big fat whales. There's a 90s song that does that. But he says whale. I think it's saying whale. I said a boom, boom, boom. I said a big fat whale. But I changed it. He don't say big fat. He says boom, boom, boom. Said a big say whale. Whale. I said a boom, boom, boom. Say whale. Comes on the 90s dance channel. On the... That bastard's trying to cause me to get hit. Fucking piece of shit. I said a boom, boom, boom. Said the big fat whales. By the way, I'm not really for fat shaming, but I'm anti trying to normalize it too, because it is very unhealthy. You're talking about diabetes, you're talking about blood pressure, you're talking about heart attacks, strokes. Your name is very, very unhealthy. And y'all know something? People tried to even warn me. And I took that little old attitude. Indeed, because people would get mean with me, I'd get, well, I don't give a fuck. I'm fat. So what? I cared when I got diabetes. I actually took that stance because people were starting to be mean to me. And then in 2003, I come back with the diagnosis that I had diabetes. And he said I had it years before. He didn't know how long I had it. I said a boom, boom, boom. I said a big fat whale. Right now I'm doing the best thing I could probably do for it and my neurologicals. And it's working out. I said a boom, boom, boom. And trying to eat the best I can. We have to sometimes eat what we have to eat. Especially in this post-Biden world. With the high prices on the groceries. But now, we do the best we can. I limit junk food. Like if I eat junk food, I eat it in portions. Like you won't catch me eating out a sack of the Doritos. You'll catch me getting a handful. You don't catch me eating cookies all day long. I eat one or two cookies, sometimes a third if they're small. You don't catch me eating big old gigantic candy bars and cakes and all that all day long. I eat it in portions. I eat usually one dessert a day. And I have to do that for my health's sake. And I told y'all one time I even said the fuck it because I hate my oatmeal without sugar in it. I wasn't even putting that much sugar. It hurt me. And I had to, and the doctor said, he says, some reason or other, he says, you usually do good. And I told him, I said, well, I know what my problem is. He says, what's that? I said, I started putting sugar in my oatmeal again. He says, well, you better stop it. It's going to hurt you. I hate the way oatmeal tastes without sugar in it. And I don't like those substitutes. I hate the taste of those substitutes. And one day I said, Mama, you got some sugar? I don't hardly eat it anymore, except for when we have to put it in something. And she said, yeah, I got some. Well, put it in my, get me out some so we can put it in my oatmeal. Give me some. So she gave me some, and I put it in my, I started eating my oatmeal again with sugar. And it was a big mistake. I said a boom, boom, boom. I said a big fat whale. I used to be big. Boy, I got up to 383 pounds. A huge mother effer. I've got a video. I've got videos of me doing karaoke and some of my songs on the day I released my album, the day before my album came out. 2006. Big old whale sitting on the porch. From security. I filmed it with a security camera. See, I had a security camera. I didn't set up no camera or nothing. I just put a VHS in, push record, and went out and sung. Then stopped the cassette when I got in, rewinded it, dubbed it on, and put it on a DVD. Big, fat whale nuts, black and white, because the security camera was black and white. Boom, boom, boom. I see the big fat one. But I'm glad I got that. I'm going to tell y'all why. It's my progress. I can go back and pull it up to show people from where I'm at now compared to where I was a decade ago. And even before then. Because I was still that size a decade ago. I didn't lose that weight until I started the little mini workouts. And that one time I couldn't eat. I lost 20 pounds that first time I couldn't eat. I had that sickness. I don't know what went on there. Doctor said, why didn't you come to the doctor? So I'd had to come in an ambulance. I couldn't get off the freaking couch or bed. And I didn't eat. Mama was spoon feeding me chicken noodle soup. We never knew what happened. He couldn't even tell me what it was. But I was sick for weeks. But whatever it was, I took advantage of it, and I said, well, I cannot go back to eating the way I ate before then. Because I'm going to tell you what I was doing. SpaghettiOs for lunch. Chicken patties for lunch. Stuff like that. Dumb stuff. I've cut all that out. I don't do that anymore. And that was my first 20 pounds I lost. After that, it was exercising and cutting back some more. Cutting off the... I've lost my connection. Or have I? Have I lost my connection? I didn't get to say good night, stream, but this, we'll go ahead and close on out. I was done anyway. I'll see y'all later. This will be posted later. This video in its entirety will be posted. I'll go ahead and just post it on YouTube as well, since the full stream is there. If some error has happened in Twitch, I don't know what it was, but something has happened. Like I said, it's been going on since last Friday. And I think I know my problem there. I started speaking out against the attack on the American dream. You know what? That's what they come here. They all come here for that. The immigrant came here for that. The settler came here for that. The gold rushers went out to California for that. That was what the American dream was based upon. And I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize for standing up to for the American dream. So we'll see you later. I'm going to end this right now. What I'm going to do is, I told you I'm going to go into WWE 20K and 2K25. And I'm going to make Trent, and I'll probably record this match. And I'll post that on YouTube as well. Be sure to follow my streams if you like my content. Be sure to follow me wherever you're watching me at. Like I said, if you're watching me at Rumble, you're watching me at YouTube. Follow me, like, subscribe. Show me some support. I really appreciate it. I appreciate every viewer. I want to thank you very much, and thank you for watching tonight. This whole thing, I'm just going to post it to YouTube. I'm going to actually post it, because usually I just import it, but that stream stopped. So while I was talking something important, I was stuck at talking important stuff there. I'm not even attacking nobody. I'm telling you from a help's point of view here. A help's point of view. It is unhealthy to be like that. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. What is today now? It's Wednesday? Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. April 2nd, 2025. Have a good day.